Beautiful Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your monthly reading for October. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. You may notice I have something different in the background. I've just invested in a new professional soundproof screen because the construction work outside was so loud I started to be really distracted from it, which doesn't help me with channeling. So that's the only difference you see here. I'm just going to move on from that energy. October is going to be a pretty wild ride in terms of planetary alignments this month. We have not 1 but 2 eclipses that will affect the order of the energy. We have a solar eclipse, often referred to as the Ring of Fire, which occurs on the 14th of October. And they want me to go again. On the 14th of October, and it will be visible for most to see in the Western Hemisphere. Now, for some, it will appear as a partial eclipse, but for others, you'll get the full display. Now, eclipses, they are noted for affecting our mood and our behaviors, and you may feel more sensitive than usual or feel like something is just a little bit off. You may even notice your sleeping patterns are disrupted briefly there as well. It's generally a perfect time, though, to withdraw, recharge your batteries, and reflect on your life path, and make major decisions to shake life up a little bit. Even spiders are known to dismantle their webs during a solar eclipse and rebuild them once it passes, so the energy tends to affect us all to some degree. Eclipses, they act as portals to exploring other avenues in life, so if you're not happy in some area, it's actually a perfect time to make those changes. Portals of change and eclipses, they only become difficult to deal with when we resist those changes that we know deep down are necessary to move forward in life. Now, on the 28th of October, we also have a partial lunar eclipse, which affects that life-changing energy. It helps us usher in any of those changes that you decided from the 14th of October to make those things become a reality and transform and evolve your life in some way for the better. Eclipses, they actually have a bad rap for being a negative force, and they can influence abrupt changes, reversals, and U-turns, both on a personal level but also on a global scale. And it can make everyday life difficult. But on a positive note, it actually reminds us that we must be flexible and ready for the one constant factor of life, which is change. Now, Pluto, the heavyweight planet of truth, it goes direct this month on the 10th of October, so you will witness many exposés, either on a personal level or a global scale. Revelations of alternative agendas can bring uncomfortable truths. However, these bring our attention to any undercurrent in order to elevate us towards awakening closer to the light. Now, personally, anything that has been holding you back or hindering your path is actually automatically left behind as you emerge a brand new you with a renewed energy. And it is also a final push to detoxify and declutter your life. This all takes place in the sign of Capricorn, which influences money, rules, regulations, policies. So you may see major changes and restructures in those sectors, as well as some power struggles globally. These should start to appear over the coming months. Now, it's a perfect time to check in with and secure your finances, download monthly statements as proof of your coins, should there be any gremlins in the system. It's also a perfect time to have confidence in your natural talents and abilities. Launch any new ideas, entrepreneurships, or side hustles. to really become financially independent. Now, in terms of love, it is a very positive time. We have the new moon in Libra. So if you're in a relationship already and you've been having any pressures, they start to dissipate and reset your love life to get you back on track. And remember why you fell in love with each other in the first place. It reignites that spark. And of course, if you're in a wonderful relationship that is having no difficulties, then you're just going to solidify your bond and go from strength to strength. Also, if you're looking for love, Pluto actually helps in this area as it's in the third house of communication, and your house that is influencing you at the end of the month is the third house. So this is a perfect time to meet someone new or put yourself in new circumstances, and by association you will meet someone that can potentially become a suitor in love. Now, this month overall, it is a month of change, and it closes with the veil between worlds being the thinnest on Halloween or Samhain. To those who celebrate that. It's a time to rejoice in the cycle of life, and in most cases it brings people together and the collective to rise. Also, during that very thin veil, let's put it this way, you are closer to communicating with your ancestors and implementing rituals and opening yourself up to your spiritual gifts to develop them is starred at this time as well. So you may see lots of signs and symbols for you. They're actually showing me a penny for you. Okay, I mean, it seems to be like a penny or a coin. Now this could be a little sign or a symbol from someone in spirit to let you know of their presence. So just watch out for that. It's in a very unique place. It's not somewhere, it's not like on your path to find it. It's like, it could be in your shoe. It could be in a very strange place around your home space, or in your office, or wherever you tend to be. I mean, pennies on your path or coins on your path are important, but I feel you're going to find a very unique position for this coin. Could even be in your bed, because they're showing me someone finding one by their pillow right now. So please take it as it resonates. Just watch out for that as well. I'm just going to pop that deck over there so we got space, and pop there as well. Okay, now also this month you'll feel called to align yourself and make deeper connections to your higher self, and your 8th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month. Now, that's really all about your joint finances, to transform those finances. So whether these are mortgage repayments or plans, or whether it's credit card debt, or even, you're going to be focusing on your savings as well as your pensions. So this is a time for transforming your finances for the better, making sure that there's more money in your pocket for the long term. So it's a great time to start a business idea or launch something, or put money-making ideas into practice. Now, as I mentioned before, your 3rd house of communication is also influencing you. That's more at the end of the month. And this is about finding your voice to speak loud and proud, express yourself and your ideas. And also the law of attraction works really well for you now as you visualize and communicate to the universe what you desire to manifest. So write an intention, or really get focused. Think about the steps you need to take in order to get to where you want to go, and the path will be revealed for you. Also, some of you may have more dealings with neighbors or siblings if you have them. Travel is also starred for you during this time, and some of you may feel compelled to study or take a class in something to either learn a new skill, or to upskill, or really just increase your talent in any skills that you have already. Now, moving on, we've got the 3rd quarter. These are your first cards of your overarching energy, and it says here: forgiveness, contemplation, reflection, reevaluation, introspection, revision, changes are required, keep trusting, all is not lost, and adjustments. Okay, so some of you may have been having some sort of difficulty recently to try and reach your goal, or you may have felt a little bit lost or in limbo, and you're just trying to recalibrate your energy. You're really going to be launching something new, or embarking on a new, exciting path for the month ahead. But I definitely see that some of you are changing your approach. You're not losing sight of your goal. I feel like the goal is the same, but at the same time, you may find an alternative strategy to where you want to be. And I feel like you are going to reflect on your progress to date and see where you stand and what steps are necessary to take you to the next part of your journey. Some of you may even reimagine what you want to create right now. Again, I feel like the goal is the same, and I feel like you reach your goal. I mean, you got the Wheel of Fortune twice in your reading in 2 different decks. So luck is on your side, and I definitely see that you are going to be very busy this month. I feel like you're going to be busy doing what you love, following your heart. I do see that you're going to have lots of responsibility on your shoulders, okay? But I feel like you are changing some part of your life for the better this month. And of course, we got Scorpio. Now, Pisces, you're a water element, and Scorpio is, of course, a water element as well. And at the end of October, we do move into Scorpio season. So I feel that's when some big changes happen for you. It says here, transformation, secretive, obsessive, mysterious, intense, manipulative, destructive, jealous, primal, and lustful. So some of you may be looking at people in your life who support you, and who's got your back, and who really doesn't. I definitely see from your chart here, there is one person, okay, one person who they're a little bit detached from you. They are in your social circle, and it's not that this person wishes you unwell, because they don't. They do care about you a lot, but they're feeling really dissatisfied with their own life. And when you are celebrating something, or you've done really well in something, it's almost like they take it as a personal slight that they're not doing as well as you. They kind of measure themselves against you, and there's a bit of jealousy there with this person. Now, this could be someone you've known from childhood. There's something there, because they're giving me this thing from childhood, okay? Now, it could be that they've got this thing from childhood where they are jealous, and, you know, they see other people doing well, and by association, they feel like they're not doing so well because they're struggling with something. Or it could be that they have always competed with you as a child, and deep down, it's not that they're resentful of your success, okay? Because I feel like this person generally is a really good person to be around. They're really fun, but deep down, I would just be mindful if you've got any new ideas to launch, or you've got anything that you're trying to create, I would keep it to yourself at this time and just watch to see if it starts to manifest quicker than other times where you've told this person or other people about your plans. So just watch out for that. That is coming through there briefly as well. Now, for some of you, this is a month where you really want to kick back, relax, and, you know, submerge yourself in a documentary about the unknown. You may feel more compelled to research the unknown as well, or implement routines or rituals in order to manifest. You may even come out of your comfort zone to learn something spiritual, to develop your spiritual gifts, or even to take up a hobby or something that perhaps you've only dreamt about doing. This is the month to actually put it in action as well there. Definitely a major transformation month. Ultimately, your protagonist energy is about balance, and it's also about your true calling. So a lot of you are focusing on your true life's meaning and your true life's purpose. This is a card of moderation. When you get the Temperance card, it tends to mean that you're perhaps making one thing become another. So you may be actually, say for example, and I'm just giving you an example, say for example you have your own business, okay? And your own business does a certain service or creates a certain product, okay? Some of you may be branching out, and that same business is changing the way it works, or you're having a branch as an extension of what it is that you do, so you can actually, capitalize on all of your skills. So you may be doing something extra or something different this month. Also with the Temperance card, I really get a sense here that you're trying to manage your stress levels, because some of you may have been suffering from migraines or headaches, or tension on the shoulders is what they're showing me, and in the neck. And you're trying to create a little bit more harmony in your life. Now, you may be looking at your schedule of how to, really streamline what you do, not take on too much, and you're just trying to be in the flow of doing. Also, what's really important about the Temperance card is there's rainbows on this Temperance card, and in order to have a rainbow, which is something that's very unique, very special, it requires sun and rain. Okay, so some of you may have been working really hard, doing something that's quite difficult in order to accomplish it, and it's just felt like a struggle. But I feel it's really rewarding, and it will be unique, it will be successful. So I definitely see some abundance coming in there for you as well. Now the Temperance card, it can also indicate that financially you're not trying to spend more than you earn or more than you have. You're trying to let money flow in and out naturally, but I feel like you're also keeping a tight rein on your finances. I know that everything is increasing in price, so that's really difficult to do at the moment. I totally get it. But what I see here is you searching for alternatives. You may find the same product that you want, but somewhere else for a little bit cheaper, and that little bit cheaper adds up and it's more money in your bank, especially since we've got the 8th house of joint finances. Now we do have the Fool card. It's in the resistance position. Some of you may feel that whilst you're trying to create this wonderful, peaceful life where you're trying to streamline your energy, trying to find zen in your life, you may feel that life is just getting a little bit dull or a little bit boring, that you're not connecting to as many things that you used to enjoy doing. And I feel you're rediscovering those things this month. The Fool card really is about to have fun. And to be spontaneous, or to launch something perhaps that is new and exciting, or open yourself up to new paths, new people. And it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. So some of you, I feel like things have got pretty serious, especially since the Emperor energy is in your chart. It can indicate that you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and that life has been a period of being busy doing lots of administrative work, calls, emails, things. I feel like you're on top of things definitely this month. I feel like you're in the flow of doing. I feel like you're focusing definitely on your finances. There's a lot of pentacles in your reading, and you've got the Judgment card. You've got so many major arcana cards in your reading for this month. It is a big month for you to change some things for the better. And, there's also a smattering of good luck here as well. But with the Fool card, you may be like, where's the fun at? When do you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor? When is it time where you can be a little bit more spontaneous, go traveling, or open yourself up to new adventures? So I feel you're trying to recalibrate your world in some way, to remember that inner child, to remember that open-heartedness, to remember to be playful and enjoy the journey, because that's what the Fool card does. The Fool sets out on the journey as like, okay, I know that the universe has got my back, so I'm going to take some risks in life, maybe calculated risks, especially since you've got the Emperor there, and you're going to try something new to see if you'll like it. And if you don't like it, you just don't do it again. And I feel like you're trying to find some sort of order in your life where you can have a little bit more fun, whether it's with you or your family. But I definitely get an energy here that you are trying to do that. Also with the Fool card in this position, it can indicate that some of you have been so busy doing, there's an energy of apathy, almost like you're on the go, you're on autopilot, and you just want to bring a little bit more passion into your life. You are trying to change things around for the better, and you're looking at your options. And I feel you have a lot of options to be really honest with yourself and follow your bliss. Go to that festival if you can afford it. And if not, find an alternative festival that is either cheaper or free. I feel like you're looking for opportunities in life to just bring in a little bit more fun. Okay. Now, some of you may have been thinking about something that you feel is a bit of a risk, whether it's launching a business, whether it is becoming an entrepreneur, whether it is opening yourself up to change. I definitely see that with the Wheel of Fortune twice in your reading, that by taking that calculated risk, because I feel like you're, investigating a path before you do it, I definitely see that it's going to work out for you. It's going to surprise you in ways that you never even imagined. And I feel like you've got some good karma coming towards you. And I feel anything that you're taking a gamble on, I feel like it works out perfectly for you. And I also feel that this month, a bit like Cancerian energy, maybe because you're water elements, you're very much in the flow of focusing on your true life's mission or your purpose. And I feel you are getting clear on the path. And I feel you're going to look back on October as a month that was full of change, but it was really rewarding because it helped you cut out things that you didn't need anymore. So for example, some of you may be like, and this popped up briefly in the Cancerian reading as well, but it is popping up in your reading, so I must mention it as well for you. Some of you may be looking at like subscriptions that you used to purchase, and you feel that you don't really read those things anymore, but you're still paying the money. You may cut those back, or you may disconnect from things that are just not good for you, whether it's a food substance, a person, a situation. I definitely get an energy here of you being in the flow of doing what's right for you. And, you know, mainly I see you focusing a lot on finances. I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't showing up heavily in your reading. You've got a 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So you're definitely focused on like business or money this month and transforming it for the better. What's really wonderful is it's increasing. Okay, it's going from the 4 to the 8 to the 9. So, you know, your money is going to be increasing here for you. Now we do have the Wheel of Fortune, so a lucky surprise, something coming through for you. You actually deserve this, whatever this is, because I feel like you've worked really hard for it. Whether it's you're a really good person, you've been very generous with your energy and time and been helping out people, I definitely see a blessing coming in for you. Or whether it's you've been working really hard in your working environment, your career, I definitely see a promotion, raise, or a step up coming for you. Some of you may have felt like you've hit a glass ceiling in your career in some way and you want to elevate, so you may actually decide to change direction or leave a place in order to move into a new position that will bring in more money than you had in your previous position. And I feel this is such a lucky move for you. You're going to feel more content than ever before in what you do as well. Now, also the Wheel of Fortune is the cycle of change. And I feel this is a very abundant time for you because I feel like you've gone through some difficult experiences. You may have been really tested recently, whether it's a test of your patience, a test of your inner resolve, or even a test of your strength. I definitely see that you have been tested and the universe can see that you're passing those tests. Unfortunately, we all get tested and it's about riding that wave of life. And I definitely see that there's a silver lining here for you because you're being guided to something more rewarding and better is what I see there. I mean, your outcome is the Wheel of Fortune energy, and your hope and a fear is you hope that luck is on your side in some area of your life. And with the Wheel of Fortune showing up in this position, it confirms, yes, this is a luckier time for you. Lady Luck is shining upon you at this time. Now, we do have the Judgment card. This is your starting position. So a lot of you, as I said, you're focusing on your true calling. You're trying to leave your old life behind. Now, there's nothing wrong with your old life, okay? I just want you to be aware. When I say that, it tends to mean that you're releasing anything that is negative or dead wood or, you know, something that's just not working for you anymore. So you can embrace, you know, a new way of living. And I definitely see that you're listening to your true calling. You're listening to your heart. It will never lead you astray. And also you're tapping into your intuition. When we reach for new things in life, we normally have to sacrifice something that perhaps isn't working for us or is holding us back or is making us feel stagnant. So for example, with an 8 of Pentacles, it tells me that some of you are feeling there's a bit of a cycle of repeat in your world. You may feel that life has got a little bit dull or boring, it's repetitive, but also, especially if you're in a working environment, you may feel like you do the same old thing, just a different day. But an 8 of Pentacles tells me that you are a master of your craft, a mistress of your craft, that you're really good at what you do, and that the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more you have the potential to staircase and increase your finances and work your way through the ranks towards potentially either launching your own business, becoming a consultant, or stepping into a leadership position. But the Judgment card really is about your path, your direction. So some of you have been searching for direction. Even if you know where you want to go and you know the goal that you want to achieve, you may be looking for an alternative path to get there that will, you know, enhance your experience in life. You know, sometimes it can be really easy to go from A to B. Okay. However, sometimes it can be more interesting to go on a little bit of a sidestep, okay, to get to where you want to go. So for example, you know, a friend of mine, they always wanted to be a surgeon. Okay, and they were doing all the, you know, qualifications. And as soon as they sort of finished doing what they were doing, they got their qualification. They took a whole like year and a half out and went traveling. Now they didn't really have any money. They spent a lot of it doing their qualifications, but wherever they went, they started to do like jobs in different countries to earn a little bit of money, enough to eat and pay for rent wherever they were. And everybody said to them, why are you doing that? You should go straight into work, because they were really good at what they do. And they're like, why would you do that? You're just like delaying the process. And my friend was like, well, I want experience. I want to experience life before I dedicate myself to something. Now, obviously, they had the privilege to do that, and they had the courage to do that as well. So they took themselves on a journey of discovery. And in the end, they kind of specialized in something else rather than what they trained in. But if they hadn't gone on that sort of journey of discovery to do what they were doing, then they wouldn't have ended up where they really truly felt they were meant to be, because something inside him wasn't happy. You know, even though he had done all the qualifications, he knew he wanted to help people and he wanted to, make their life infinitely better. He just felt like, there's something inside where they felt like he was on the wrong path. He wasn't on what his true life's calling was meant to be. Now, his true life calling was very similar to what he trained in, but it wasn't exactly it. And he found his way to it by traveling and doing all those things. So my point being, sometimes the path is similar, but there's one path that's a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting, a little bit more spontaneous. And then there's a traditional route where you just do what you do and you move straight into it. And then that's your life, it's set. My point is, you can always change. There can always be a plot twist. And sometimes that can bring a little bit more fun into your life. And with the Fool card there, I see that some of you are trying to bring a little bit more spontaneity, a little bit more fun. Another example is, and I don't know who needs to hear this because this is what's coming through for you, and it may not resonate for everyone, but I have to give you what I'm being given because I'm channeling at the same time as doing your reading. If you're wanting to learn something to help you launch your own business, for example, and you see a course online, it's really easy, right? Just book the course online if you're lucky enough to be able to afford it and download the program, watch it, learn. Or you could enroll on a course that's in person, where you get to meet new people, where you get to converse about ideas and, explore avenues that perhaps you haven't even thought about before, be influenced by your peers, and also give your wonderful information and experience to them as well, so that you can all come together in a community, learn and, network in the environment that you are learning. And then you still got the same skill set, but one informed your experience in a different way than perhaps working on your own did. So I'm just giving you examples that's just coming through there. So I don't know who needs to hear it, but it is coming through. Okay. The Judgment card indicates also that you are understanding your position in your world and what you're being called to do. Okay. I feel like you're being called forward on the direction of your goals and dreams. And the Judgment card really is about a rebirth. So some of you have been feeling a little bit of self-doubt recently, or you felt there's a blockage going on in your desires or your manifestations, or just life in general. Life has got a little bit stagnant. The Judgment card is really about a renewal of faith, freedom, choosing a path that inspires you, one that renews your energy. So if you have been feeling a little bit unmotivated, or you've been feeling a little bit on autopilot, I definitely see that the month of October is a month of passion, of inspiration, and of change for you as well. Now, your crossing card is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles really is about creating stability and taking ownership for creating a solid financial foundation. And I feel with this card, it indicates that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Okay, so some of you may take an alternative approach, but I still feel on your path, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You can call in new experiences, new people, new situations, but still I feel like you're on the right path. And I feel like you're in harmony with your heart's desire. It's just something got a little bit stuck. So some of you may be holding on to something that perhaps has been weighing you down or making you feel low energy. For example, the Four of Pentacles can indicate some of you have done something all throughout your life, and you have a pattern of repeat, and you just feel it's really hard to release it. So for example, I love to sit and have a couple of biscuits and, maybe some caffeine. It's not good for me, but it is a little small vice that I've got, right? I love, a little bit of what you fancy does you good. However, it's making me feel recently not very nice. It's making me feel a little bit unwell, a little bit scattered. Okay, so I've noticed that I perhaps have to, have less of it or cut it out completely. Now, it's something I've always done. So it's really hard to release it. Sometimes I'm really tempted, and it has to be that willpower that says no. So I feel some of you may be going through something similar at this time. It doesn't have to be diet related. It can be something that is perhaps really tempting. It draws you back, and I feel like you are trying to cut that out. Okay. Now, with the Four of Pentacles in this position, it also can indicate some of you, because it is a resistance position, some of you are a little bit worried about finances, especially since everything is increasing at at this time. You know, you've got inflation, you've got price of products and gas and everything just going up and up and up, and wages are not, you know, reflecting the change at all. So I definitely see some of you are trying to find a way to utilize your calling or your talents and skills, because you are naturally very, very gifted. And this is a month, remember what I said earlier, I've been telling everybody what the energy of this month is. This is a month of, you know, having confidence in your natural skills and abilities and your talent to launch those new ideas that will bring in more finances. So it can be something from the home space, because the Four of Pentacles can connect to domesticity, to the home space. So some of you, what I actually see is your finances are increasing. So I see that, you know, there's nothing to worry about. The universe has got your back there. The Four of Pentacles can also be about real estate. So some of you may be thinking about going into real estate, or you may be looking at the real estate market and thinking, whoa, things are changing drastically there, and you may be waiting or biding your time for the right moment to purchase a property. So I definitely see that there, financially, there's some like investigation going on there with my beautiful Pisces. I'm also getting an energy here of long-term security, okay? That you are just looking at your like 5-year plan, and I feel that this is a perfect time to check in with that. And you know, I feel like you're hanging on to finances, or you're working really hard, but there is a cautionary tale with the Four of Coins, which is, you know, don't let life pass you by, okay? Because the system is set up for us all to work really hard until we are older and we get to retirement age, and then whatever finances we've accumulated, then we, you know, get to live out our days doing what we can to, you know, either see the world. It's like, don't let life pass you by until then. I feel this energy of you wanting to have new experiences and build new memories and be more spontaneous and have more fun. And I see you saving, of course I see you saving, but at the same time, I just get this energy of you feeling that you're being ground down in your energy. So some of you are feeling that, maybe not all of you are feeling that, but I'm definitely feeling that in your reading. I do see things improving for you infinitely as well. Now, the Emperor energy, it's deep, deep down. You have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. You have a lot of things that you're doing. And this month you are going to be busy. I'm not going to lie to you. Some of you are going to be, you know, really strict with your budget or really strict with your time. I feel like you're not wanting to waste time. You're in an energy of action, of doing, because this is a card of Aries, okay? And I really get a sense here that you are, you know, having that get up and go passion to put your plans in motion. And I feel like, you know, this is the strategic planning card for the future. So I definitely see that you are perhaps writing lists, you know, knocking things off your list this month, being really proud of all your accomplishments. But the history of the Emperor card, there used to be a Fool at the back of the card. The Fool used to always appear in the background to remind the Emperor, don't get too serious about life. Now, life is serious, of course, we all know that, and there are some serious experiences we've all been having as humanity for the last couple of years. We all know that. But it's to find those pockets, those moments of happiness and joy, to solidify our connection to others, and to know that it is going to get better, and that you have a lot of power in your position and your voice is important. So I definitely get that energy happening here in this reading as well. But I feel in your reading in general, there is just a little bit of a reminder to do the things that you love, even if it's as simple as, you know, reading a book or taking a bath or taking a walk in nature. I definitely get this energy of you trying to manage your stress levels and take off the pressure, because I feel like the pressure has been on, okay? Now, for those of you who are retired, some of you are looking at your finances and making what you have go a long way. I definitely see that some of you, and there's this energy, and this may resonate with everybody, I get an energy of some of you changing like internet providers, or perhaps changing contracts with somebody that you already have like a subscription with. So what I see there is it may be out for a little while. So for example, I don't feel like it goes like smoothly. I hate giving that message, but it is coming out, so I have to mention it there. But ultimately, I feel like it's you tapping into your heart's desire and like rediscovering what it is that you love about yourself and about what you love to do. So I feel like there is this lighter energy, especially at the end of the month for you as well there. Now we do have the Strength card. You are a very strong person, my beautiful Pisces. You've had to be strong, and there may be something that you were struggling with over the past couple of months there, but with the Strength card, it indicates you're overcoming the struggle. I feel like the obstacles, you're leaving them in the past, and I feel like you're going from strength to strength. Also, I definitely see this energy where you have promised yourself that you're going to implement self-care routines, that you are going to nurture yourself this month and provide a lot of nourishment for yourself. But this is an indication that you are breaking the chains to the past. You're getting closure on situations. And with the Strength card, this is about, you know, having patience. You've been patient. You've been very gentle and compassionate in your circumstances. And I feel like your true power comes from within, and you're reestablishing that power, and you're going to find that balance between, you know, having the courage to control your circumstances without having to shout about it or without physical aggression. I get this energy of you just taking action, and some of you even silently moving towards your goals and your dreams and being a real powerhouse. But it seems like you may be doing it like in stealth mode. That's what I'm picking up there as well. I'm going to pull a quick card on that Strength card for you. Some of you may be going through a period of healing. And if somebody has done you wrong, I do see you hearing about some karma visiting this person. Okay. Now, of course, what I'm picking up from your energy is you're the sort of person who perhaps doesn't really want to hear anything negative about anybody having, you know, a bad experience. However, I do get an energy of you hearing that karma has been delivered to somebody. Yeah, someone, we got the Seven of Swords there, someone who perhaps either ghosted you or was unkind or abused their situation in some way. The Seven of Swords is actually a really positive card. Okay, because it's yellow, it's golden in the tarot decks. It actually, the history of it is a person is, you know, taking the weaponry away from the army because they want to find an alternative solution. They want to find a diplomatic way to resolve the issue. And the way forward is love. So I feel if there was someone in your past that you tried to love and they were emotionally unavailable, and I feel like you love them anyway. And I feel some of you have learned about overgiving. I feel like you've learned this lesson and you've moved on, and it's taught you a strength that perhaps other people have not got yet. And I feel like you're moving on from that situation and you're getting closure. Okay, some of you, as a result, you may have been protecting yourself against love. And I feel if you are looking for love, there is a potential with the Knight of Cups. I feel like love is coming in. Don't run away from it. Of course, if it's not the right person and you don't feel attracted to that person, then, you know, then diplomatically let that person down, of course. But at the end of the day, I really get a sense here that love is coming in for you if you're single and you're looking for love. And I feel it's even going to find you if you're hiding from it or if you're protecting yourself against it because of a previous experience. I feel like you are, some of you may implement some sort of ritual this month to like get closure or cut a cord on some trust issues. Okay, that's what I'm picking up there as well. Now, I do feel diplomacy is a major factor in the month of October. And I feel that some of you, if you're in a working environment, there really is a potential for someone to not try to abuse their situation, but to try and maybe take credit for your ideas, or someone to sort of like leave you a little bit confused about their intentions. So for example, if there's a boss at your working environment who asks you to do something verbally, make sure you get them to send it in an email. Get it in writing, because there is a potential there for some sort of miscommunication or confusion, or they could try to, cover up their mistake by insinuating that you misunderstood them when really you didn't misunderstand them. They were not clear, or they misspoke in some way. So just watch out for that. That's coming through there as well, because there is a potential for a little bit of confusion coming through there. Now, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles indicates that you will be in a cycle of repeat. Okay, you are going to be very busy. I feel like at the end of the month, you're going to do something to shake things up or make some adjustments in your world. in order to bring in a little bit more fun. And I feel like there are some invitations coming in as well for you to get out there and have a little bit more enjoyment. The Eight of Pentacles really is about hard work, and it can also be about enjoying what you do, because we spend so long doing either projects or job situations that it's best if we can do something that we enjoy doing. Now, we all take jobs that we don't particularly like doing because we have to pay the bills. You know, I've had many jobs over the years where I was like, don't particularly like doing this, but I got to pay the bills and I got to put food on the table for me and my family. So I really feel like you're checking in with the exchange this month, making sure that all the effort that you're putting into something is financially rewarding. And if it's not, I definitely see that you're taking a leap of faith and moving into a new position. And there's definitely one available. For those who are in a career, I see a promotion or an elevation. You're smashing through a glass ceiling and you're going to command more money because of your talents and your skills. And with the Emperor energy, some of you are actually launching your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming your own CEO. And I definitely see that this is your calling, and it brings a little bit more fun into the work. It definitely brings in more challenge. I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely see that you're going to work really hard, but it's going to feel rewarding. And some of you, especially with the Justice card, make sure you know the legalities of setting up your own company and the policies that you need to adhere to. I definitely see that there could be some changes in policies, especially since this month with the 2 eclipses. There can be some bumpy energy there. Eight of Pentacles also indicates gaining new knowledge, and that's why I talked about the classes, learning new things, learning new skills. You're actually really accomplished, okay? But I feel like you may be developing the skills that you've got already, and this is a card of definitely reaching your goals. Some of you are focusing really hard to save for a really large purchase. And I feel with the Justice card, you will find a better deal for the thing that you want to purchase. So I feel like there's definitely some sort of discount that you're going to get. And some of you, and this came up in a reading like maybe about a week or 2 ago, not sure for which sign, but if you're trying to take a class of learning, you may even find that the class is discounted because the universe is trying to let you know this is the path. We're showing you the signs, so pay close attention to those signs as well. Now, in the near future, we have the 7 of Cups. Now, the 7 of Cups is really an indication that you have an incredible imagination and that you are strongly in the law of attraction. So whatever you think about, you can manifest, okay? Thoughts become things. Now, the 7 of Cups, there's normally a figure on the 7 of Cups that has 7 cups to look at. And it's like choosing the one that's most important to focus on. And that is the thing that you will make flourish, okay? So I feel you have a lot of options this month and a lot of potential to make some opportunities really become reality. The 7 of Cups also reminds you that in order to have like a creative dream or something that you really want to accomplish, it must be grounded in a plan. And because you have the Emperor there and the 8 of Pentacles, it tells me that you have a plan. And that means you've got everything, like all the ingredients necessary to make those dreams become a reality. Now, with the 7 of Cups and the Justice card, it does tell me that some of you have a big decision to make this month, and you will make the right decision, but tap into all the potentials and all the possibilities. So imagine yourself on each path with the choices that you've got. If you've got 3 choices, A, B, and C, imagine yourself living the life of A. Then imagine yourself living the life of B, and then C, and see where you feel like you will end up on all of those paths. And then check in with your gut instinct and your heart. Does it flutter? Does it make you feel excited? Which path do you love the most? That's the path for you. So I definitely see there's a major decision you'll make, and I see, better luck coming for you, but also a calculated risk or a calculated move, whether it's a new job or a relocation energy, or whether it's a savings plan and you are, finding the right way to invest, or you're getting perhaps some guidance on how to invest. I mean, if you're investing and you're taking advice from somebody, make sure you research it before you take their advice. It's always best for you to just double down on research, so watch out for that. Some of you may even be consulting somebody regarding something that you're really interested in, or even on your true calling. Some of you may enlist the help of somebody to help you or inspire you on the next part of your journey. It could be like a mentor. Also, I'm getting an energy that some of you, if you're launching a business or you're connecting to the internet in some way, you may look at videos online of how to do something, and you may take their blueprint of how they did it and then sort of put your own unique spin on something to launch a new business, because I do get an energy of you launching something as well. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is to be, really financially savvy with your pentacles. This is you being disciplined. This is also being self-reliant. This is about, you thinking about material world energy and, kind of building security in that. So I feel like you're really focused on world events or the cycle of change that we're all going through. And I feel like you're really keeping an eye on things. You're putting yourself in a really good position to weather any financial storm should it arise. Now, with the Justice card, some of you may be signing new contracts. I would definitely say make sure you get an opportunity to investigate those contracts, really read the small print, because I feel there's something that you could have to revise in that, or there may be some clause in that contract that perhaps you feel is a little bit vague. So get clarity on it before you sign it, okay? That's what's coming through there as well. Now, some of you may be going through something legal at this time, whether it's a separation, divorce, or whether it is, a dispute with a company. I definitely see with the Justice card, you leading with integrity, and I feel like there is a win situation here for you, and you will get a little bit more money than you were expecting. So that is nice, okay? But I would just be wary of anyone with dirty tactics, okay? So just lead with the facts, lead with integrity, lead with truth, and it will go your way, is what I'm seeing there. The Nine of Pentacles, ultimately, this is about being financially independent or comfortable. And I feel like you're trying to build that life of luxury, but also it's about being discerning about the company that you keep. It's about making sure that you are protecting your energy, that you are getting out into nature, that you're recharging your batteries. And I definitely see that you're having a bit of a glow up this month as well. The Nine of Pentacles can be to enjoy yourself, The figure on the Nine of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot is she's saving 6 pentacles, and 9 pentacles she's giving away so that she can have fun or have freedom. So I feel like some of you are trying to find opportunities to enjoy your finances a little bit more, or enjoy life a little bit more as well there. External environment, we got a Knight of Cups. Something that you have been yearning for is coming towards you. It'll really make your heart sing. So I definitely see the universe is offering an opportunity for you to follow your heart or your bliss. And also, if you are looking for love, there's definitely an opportunity here for you to attract a suitor. I definitely see some of you may be invited to something that you'll enjoy, or it could be a hobby that you are embarking on, which puts you in the company of new people. I mean, because your third house of communication is starred for you, there's also high potential for you to meet someone on an app or a dating website through the internet, or even like a groupthink kind of situation online. But the Knight of Cups can also indicate a major invitation coming through in the month of October that's going to really make you feel great, that you're going to be in the company of good people, having fun. There's a lot of pleasure to be had this month for you. But ultimately, the Knight of Cups does remind you that, and I hate giving this message because money is so important, and in order to pay the bills, it's very relevant at this time. But the Knight of Cups is like, money is important, but life and enjoying it is also incredibly important. Love is more important, okay? So I feel, of course, love doesn't pay the bills, but I do get an energy of, your cards at the moment are screaming at me that you need to have a little bit more balance in your life. You need to find some time for play, okay? And some of you are actually doing a lot of healing with that inner child of yours. You are committing yourself to be a little bit more open-hearted, and I feel like you're having a big old discussion with yourself to rediscover who you are and what you love, not just about yourself but about life. And I feel like you're reconnecting to that energy. Anything that you've neglected over the years, or even if you didn't have time and you felt very disconnected from that part of yourself that you used to enjoy, I definitely see you reestablishing that connection. Now, the hope and a fear, we got the Wheel of Fortune. So you hope luck is on your side, but we've already established that luck is going to be on your side. I definitely see if you're launching something, this is a good month to go for it, okay? And also, this energy indicates prosperity is coming in, but you do recognize that sometimes it can be easy come, easy go. So I definitely see with that Nine of Pentacles there that you're trying to be more balanced in the way that you deal with prosperity and to stick to your plans. I definitely feel like your plans are unfolding and that prosperity is coming in for you. Now, the fear position, some of you may feel a little bit stuck in a rut, and you may feel that you've had a run of bad luck, but I definitely see things are changing for you for the better. And some of you are coming out of your comfort zone in order to do new things, and you'll see a cycle of change where your luck changes with it. So if you're, for example, shaking up your schedule, if you take a certain route to a certain place, some of you may investigate a different route to see a different part of your neighborhood, and you may meet a new person along the way, or you may notice a new restaurant that you'd like to try out, or a cafe, or even like a community hall that does events that perhaps you're interested in. I definitely get a sense here that you are being bold and shaking up your everyday, and I feel there's this adventurous energy rising up within you because you have had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders and life has got a little bit serious looking at this reading for you. Now, we do have the Justice card, so that's some really good karma coming on in, but it's also about cause and effect. You know that the effort you put into your life, the rewards will come out. And some of you have been making extra effort and you haven't been seeing the rewards. This is a month of blessing for you. I definitely see some good karma coming back around. Also, this card indicates that some of you have a big decision to make where I feel like you're being changed by the lessons that you've learned in the present and the actions you're taking right now. Your future self will thank you for those, okay? Ultimately, I see that you're trying to create balance in your life. I mean, you're starting with the Temperance card, which is to be in the flow of harmony and to really connect to your true life's meaning and purpose and re-examine your priorities. And the Justice card is about harmony. It's about balance. It's about weighing things up, whether they're worth it. And if not, you're cutting it out. You're being really honest with yourself. Whether it's a food substance, whether it's a person or situationship, I definitely get an energy that you are disconnecting from anything that's draining your energy or doesn't feel right on your path. If you're having to question it and then you get the answer to it and still it feels unsettling, I feel like you're just cutting it out. You're saying no. No, no, no. I'm just getting this energy of no. Okay. Now also the Justice card. This is a card of making some adjustments. Okay. I definitely get some of you are changing your approach or your strategy to something, and you are making a very powerful decision that you're going to be so proud of, and you're going to look back on the month of October almost like patting your own back, thinking, I did a good job. Also, the Justice card indicates a lot of you are going to have some paperwork to deal with. And this can indicate it's very important to check your hard copy mail or your spam folders, because there may be some money news that's coming in and you don't want to miss it. Now, this could be like a rebate, a check, or something in the mail that's coming through, or it could be some sort of communication from an establishment where you house your finances that you may need to pay attention to. They may be like changing their policies. Like, for example, I'm just getting energy here of pensions, perhaps changing the way that they do their business. Okay, so it could be that they are merging, or it could be that they are changing the way the website looks or the login, or they may change the way that they are investing funds, and you need to actually like contact them and say, no, I don't want those changes, or okay, I agree to those changes. And they may give you a certain date that you have to do this by, okay? And you don't want to miss that communication, because if you miss the communication, you may miss the date, and then the situation is out of your control and they will choose for you. So that's just coming through there. I don't know who needs to hear that, but just watch out for that. That's coming through there as well. I'm just going to get some final cards before we close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? Now, I do see that your 8th house is governing you very well in the month of October, that you are transforming your finances for the better, okay? That's not all that's going on. I feel like you're actually following your heart, trying to bring a little bit more fun in, but I do see that things have got a little bit serious for you. So I feel like you're breathing and relaxing and recognizing that what is meant for you will never pass you by. So you don't have to feel that pressure on your shoulders, okay? So I definitely see that you're releasing that pressure. And we've got prong, thorn, action, okay? Sorry, it's a pronghorn even. My guides just indicated I said it wrong. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Okay, so whether it's to launch something, because pronghorns, they leap. And this is a leap of faith. Dive in. The water's good. So I definitely see that luck is on your side. Any calculated risks or gambles you're taking, they work out for you. Of course, investigate the way first, but you're being called to action right now. Okay, do not delay any further is what I see. So if you have a business idea, or whether it's a move or whatever it is that you feel called to do, because your Judgment card is your first card. It's your call to action. Make your decision and take the path. You're on the right path, okay? Just going to go get a rune or a trinket before we close. Okay, we've got quite a few here. Oh, isn't it interesting? They keep giving me the word no, 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 no. And they actually gave me the word yes for you, okay? Yes. So I feel this is connected to the pronghorn to take action, okay? And now this is not going to resonate for everyone, but I'm being given an energy of someone has decided that they're going to say yes to everything that is really positive in their world. Maybe you have agreed to say yes to all invitations, or you've been talking with your friendship group perhaps to say yes to more things in your life, and you're going to see your life transform infinitely for the better, okay? Obviously, if it's negative, you're not going to say yes to that, but now, you've also got birch rune, which is purity. It's to become, to birth something. So it could be an idea. Some of you, if you're a parent or you're a budding parent, you could be actually giving birth during this time, or this is really an indication that you are a good parent. You're doing a really good job. And sometimes it is a thankless task to be a parent. Not only are you raising the next generation, but sometimes it can be difficult when they get to a certain age, of course, and you may feel like you're at your wit's end sometimes. I can see here in the energy that you are doing a really good job, and that deep down, I feel your beautiful children, they actually really care about you. They really love you, and they really appreciate you. Some of you may feel, have I been too strict? But I'm just getting this energy of no in that situation. Okay, so I don't know, that's what's coming through. But ultimately with this rune here, it can indicate that you are connecting deeper to your family. Some of you, if you still have family on the earthly plane, you may go visit them during this time. And finally, we have the wheel rune. Now this connects to the wheel of fortune, but it's also about your journey. It's also about the Judgment card energy. So this is an indication that you are taking the right action. Okay, and you are going to be in control of your path. There's going to be some sort of message that comes in that you're going to be really happy to receive. And what I see here is any travel for you, I don't feel it gets delayed actually. Cancerian had major travel issues, but I see that you travel freely, okay? And I get this energy that you are rediscovering your lust for life, okay? So I'm just going to leave that there. There's going to be a bit more of a spring in your step this month. You're making major changes, but I see that they are for the positive, and I will leave it there. Also, if there's anything, I'm just going to quickly pull a card on that. If there's anything that you feel has been unfair, it's almost like it gets corrected in the month of October. Things start to go the way you'd hoped for, okay? Some of you may be worried about making a decision. Tap into your intuition. You're doing something that is different. You know, we all get a bit nervous when we're about to move into uncharted territory, especially since we got the Nine of Swords here and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, this figure is blindfolded. So she's tapping into her intuition in a deeper way. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. And as you can see here, she's about to, the history of this card, she's about to discover this new land in the background. And right now, she's in a position of pause in order to reflect on the path ahead and get the answers that you seek. So I definitely get a sense here that you are considering your options. And the Nine of Swords, some of you are a bit worried about it, but the Chariot card indicates you're going to make a decision. It's going to be the right decision. You're going to get moving. There's going to be no obstacles. And I definitely see that you're going to be right on target, and you're going to hit your mark and be very successful or have a breakthrough moment there. The Chariot card is all about determination, willpower, self-assurance to overcome any challenge and gain victory. This card ensures victory actually over any obstacle. It's a conquest card. So some of you may be thinking about relocating, and you may be working really hard towards that, and you may feel it's really difficult and you're worried, but I see there's nothing to worry about here. I feel there's going to be a time and a place to get to where you desire, and I definitely see that you will hit your mark and make an impact in your world as well, okay? Yeah, so I'll just leave it like that. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Pisces. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces, and love and light.